Hey guys, what's up? This is Jet from DesertFox Airsoft, and today, as promised, we have the field review actually, of the KWA LM4. This is KWA's newest gas blowback rifle. So let's just get down to it. Alright, today we're going to be looking at the gun starting from the externals, and then we're going to work our way inside, and then we're going to actually get to start firing this thing. Externally, starting from the front of the barrel, obviously it's going to come with the orange tip mandated by federal law. The outer barrel is metal along with the front sight post. Again, stock handguards, plastic. Delta ring feels plastic. The upper and lower receiver is metal. However, the carry handle is plastic. Again, the plastic pistol grip, as you can see, this is a regular pistol grip that you'd find on a real AR. Buffer tube, metal, and then the buttstock plastic. I'm sure a lot of you are like me, and you love how this gun comes stock, but want a little bit more customization. So, being the giant Magpul fanboy that I am, we're going to go ahead and start tricking this gun out with a bunch of Magpul stuff. We've got as much Magpul stuff as I kind of wanted. I still wanted an MOE grip on here, but yesterday I couldn't find one from any distributors that I went to. One thing I do notice now, instead of the swivel, not swivel belt, the sling point being down on the bottom like normal, like most ARs, this one's on the side. As you can see, the MOE grip is kind of blocking it, so it sticks out quite a bit. Not a huge issue. As you can see, this is the Magpul PTS furniture. It fits on there, snugly secure. A little tidbit back here in the back. This is actually a clone of the Magpul ACS stock. As you can see, it fits perfectly as well. In a little bit, I'll go ahead and take my my real Magpul ACS stock off my real rifle and stick it on here, and we'll see how that looks on there. Now, moving on, let's go ahead and open this gun up, and we're going to take a look at the internals. Breakdown is just like real AR or your AEG. Simply take out the rear body pin and open it up. Alright. Okay. We're going to take a look at the lower receiver and the trigger group. So we've got the hammer right here. We've got our other trigger assembly down in here. You can't really see it on camera, but all of the pieces inside the trigger group are metal. So that is really awesome, meaning it's going to be a lot sturdier and a lot more reliable. All right, moving on to the bolt. All right, the bolt is of metal construction. It's probably some aluminum. I don't know exactly what metal for sure. The nozzle is metal as well, which is great because on a lot of the WEs and WAs, the nozzle is plastic and is prone to breaking very, very easily. Charging handle, again, metal, and the upper receiver, again, metal. Alright, so also on the upper receiver, the forward assist does work. In case you do not know what the forward assist does, it helps push the bolt forward so that way it's in battery. Alright, we've got the LM4 mag right here, set it on the scale. This is set to pounds. Alright, the LM4 mag comes in weighing at 1.21 pounds. Now we're going to take a fully loaded 30 round magazine, and it weighs in at 0.96 of a pound. So for those wondering the weight difference between a fully loaded real steel mag and an LM4 mag, the LM4 mag does weigh more. So we were going to do the chrono test next, but then our chrono decided to run out of battery, and we don't have extra batteries, so we're going to get back to that later. Okay, to adjust the hop up on the LM4, you're going to take your hop up tool. Alright, the hop up is up here toward where the chamber would normally be. You're gonna take the hop up tool, make sure the magazine is out, it's not safe. You also want to make sure the bolt is locked back to the rear, as mine is. All right. Insert the hop up tool into line it up with the other hop up teeth. You can clearly see it. I mean, we can't get in there with the camera, it's way too tight. I can honestly, I can barely get the tool in here to adjust it, and you're gonna go up for more hop up, down for less hop up. All right, so a tad bit of bad news. While we were trying to adjust the hop up with the hop up tool teeth, as you can see, are pretty beefy. Unfortunately, the teeth on the hop up unit itself are not, and I've broken about 5 teeth on the hop up. So I actually cannot really adjust the hop up anymore. The guys over at KWA highly suggest using green gas. However, I'm just going to use propane because I'm a badass like that. Now for test firing. All right, we're at the 30 feet mark right now. We're going to be shooting at that nice clown target over there. So we're mainly just going to see what the grouping is like at 30 feet. Alright, so from the 30 foot mark, as you can see, the grouping is all over the place, but also, again, remember, we're using 0.20 gram BBs, and we could not adjust the hop up. However, I mean, there is quite a bit up here in the 10 and all over the 9 and 8. I mean, there's a couple of stray BBs down here, no clue how I shot those. Yeah, so grouping at that distance is pretty cool, pretty good. We're going to kick it back out now a little bit further, and we'll see what it looks like. This time, headshots, all from this clown's face. So now we're at the 50 foot yard line, the 50 foot firing line. We're going to aim for the clown's face. Bear with me too, there's a train coming. Alright, so from 50 feet, headshot only. You can see the grouping is a bit high, but also again, 0.2 gram BBs, hop up was not adjusted. The grouping is pretty tight again, that's about an inch right there. Got a couple stray shots, got three stray shots over here, another like 3 over here. But again, the grouping was pretty well, and I mean, this is all just stock too. Alright, so back at the 50 foot firing line, we're gonna do full auto on that zombie over there. No, I'm not gonna throw my mag to reload. Mags are pretty expensive. Alright, let's go check out the target. So, 50 feet, full auto. As you can see, again, the grouping is a bit higher. Most of my shots are up here toward the 7, 8, and 9 shot area. There is a couple here in the 10, or bullseye. But again, 0.2 gram BBs, could not adjust the hop up. I will say, the full auto was freaking awesome. There's nothing like holding this gun and just going to town and you feel that recoil. So realism factor 10 out of 10 with flying colors. As stated earlier in the video, the chrono did die when we were out at the field, so we weren't able to chrono. However, kind of a blessing in disguise. Instead of just getting one chrono reading in the hot sun, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to take one magazine, stick it in the refrigerator for about 5-10 minutes, let it cool down, stick it in the gun, and then shoot it. Then we're going to leave another magazine out in the direct sun, put that in the weapon, and shoot it as well. So again, we're going to be using 0.2 gram BBs and a Score-Tech chrono. So now we've got new batteries in the chrono. Let's go chrono the LM4. My wrap up of the KWA LM4. So pros, awesome realistic feel, fairly consistent feet per second for a gas blowback rifle. Really good to see. Normally you see a lot of fluctuation in between shots. The LM4 is a pretty consistent, 400 to 390 feet per second. Weapon manipulation between the LM4 and an AR-15, pretty identical, which is great, especially for law enforcement, military training, or tactical guys who just, are avid shooters or into the whole tactical side of shooting. Cons, alright, the bad stuff. The hop-up is very hard to get to. Again, you got to use that little tool to get down in here into the chamber, and then also the teeth being very brittle. Well, I've already broken 5 teeth on this thing, so that's not good. Bolt catch, bolt release. It is a bit stiffer. I'm not sure why it's so stiff, but yeah. So you got to use a lot of force. It's also about how you kind of manipulate it. I mean, depending on where you're putting the force, depends on how easy it is. Sometimes, like, okay, I'm going to push here on the very top, and it's really not budging, and then I kind of shift over and push down toward the middle, and sends the bolt forward. So for any kind of bolt assist device like a mag pull bad lever, I would not recommend having one for this weapon, just because it simply just may not work. Recommended player. The type of player that should pick this up, I'm going to suggest the higher intermediate to advanced player. This is a hefty price tag as a startup gun, and it is a very technical weapon as well. I mean, if you are savvy with real weapons, especially an AR-15, then this gun should be, it should be no surprise to you on the operation and function, because it basically functions just like an AR-15. Price tag wise, you're looking at about $379.95 for the gun itself. Magazines run about $44.95. So let's say you wanted to get the gun plus 3 mags. The 3 mags costing about $134.85. Put that on top of the already kind of a big price tag, $379.95. You're going to be coming out to about $514.85. Just for the gun itself and 3 magazines. So that leaves you with the gun, 4 mags because the one it comes with, and then the 3 extra ones. And then that doesn't even include anything like optics, furniture, anything else you might want to put on the weapon. Well, once again, this is Jet from DesertFox Airsoft. This has been my review of the KWA LM4. If you have any questions or anything, leave them in the comments below. I'll try my best to answer them.